Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies.
Don't wink at his follies. Don't say, he's just a child. Don't be doing that. Read.
Bow down his neck while he is young.
That's the only way you could do it. Because when he gets older, the same whoopings aren't working. God is not just going to let them live freely. Your children will have to suffer the wrath of God. If you love your child, make sure that you correct them so they don't have to suffer the wrath of God.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today.
Put up the thumbnail. Let's see what's this afternoon's class is. So problem child, problem parent. All right. So problem child, problem parent. As you already know, I'm part of Kids Corner, and being part of Kids Corner, I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up. This child is acting up. But can I be mad at the child? Not too much. Got to be mad at the parent. Every week is the same thing. It's the same one. This one is always acting up crazy in Kids Corner. Always don't have this stuff. I'm like, no. If they don't know how to behave at a young age, guess what's going to happen? And if they keep at it when they get older, they're going to become liars. When you ask them questions, they have no fear of God. They walk around doing whatever they want to do. All right. So we're going to get straight into it. Go to 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16. So this class is mostly going to cater to people with kids from 3 to 10. All right. This is not for, you could apply some of the stuff to teenagers, but I'm mostly focusing for ages from 3 to 10. Read that. 2 Timothy 3:16.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
Read. That
the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
So that's the whole point of the scriptures. The scriptures in the Bible is to make us perfect. All right. So we follow the instruction. We do what it says, and we'll be perfect according to God, not according to man, according to God. Read. Read verse 17.
Verse 17, that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ecclesiastes 7 and 10. Ecclesiastes 7, verse 10.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 10. Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this.
So God is saying, listen, don't think about your former past. Don't think about how you used to live. Don't think about how things was good back then. You're in the truth now. You repented. You understand that, right? So there's nothing that we did back then that was good. You understand that, right? So God says, why? Read again.
Verse 10, say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this.
God is saying you're not using wisdom. When you speak that way, you're not using wisdom. The reason I'm bringing that out is because a lot of us, we like to say, life was a lot easier back then, and now I repented. It's a little hard. I got to do this. I gotta be ready for the new moon. I got to make sure my kids is educated. I got to teach them the commandments. Yes, you have to. You have to do that. We have to live according to the way God wants us to live.
That's
until
right.
It becomes second nature. Psalms 127, verse 3.
Psalms chapter 127, verse 3. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord.
God says children are a heritage. So don't be thinking about in your head, oh man, when I was single, when I didn't have nobody, when I didn't have any children, I was good. Don't be thinking that. God says children are inheritance. Read.
And the fruit of the womb is his reward.
God rewards you. That's the fruit of the womb. He rewards you by giving you children. Be happy about that. First commandment, be fruitful and multiply. That's the commandment that he gives. Be happy about that. Don't be like, man, these damn kids. I know now they say this generation, I think Generation Z, they got a saying, F them kids. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. That's the new saying now, F them kids. I'm like, what? You don't understand. Imagine if your parents did the same thing. Everybody who keep pushing abortion, for some reason, their parents don't abort them. They're here. But they keep pushing abortion. They don't like kids, but they're here. Imagine if their parents say, you know what? I'm tired of you. I know you're 8 years old, but I'm about to abort your life right now. What? That'd be crazy, right? So read that scripture again. What did Christ say? What did God say?
Verse 3. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord. And the fruit of the womb is his reward.
That's a reward from God. Go to Exodus chapter 4, read verse 22.
Exodus chapter 4, verse 22.
Let's go.
And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh.
Listen to what Christ said. God said to Pharaoh.
Thus said the Lord. Israel is my son.
Who's his son?
Israel is my son.
And you saw what God did to Pharaoh. You saw what he did to Egypt. He said, listen, I give Egypt for your ransom. You're my son. I love you. I destroyed this whole nation. I oppressed you. I did that for you. You're my son. Read.
Israel is my son, even my firstborn.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
Go to Baruch 3:36 and read verse 37 also. So he said, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. Read.
Baruch chapter 3, verse 36.
This is what God said about his son. Read.
He had found out all the way of knowledge and has given it unto Jacob his servant and to Israel his beloved. Afterward did he show himself upon earth.
He came, Christ, read.
And conversed with men.
So God said he found all the ways of knowledge and gave it to us. So is there something that we don't know how to do? Anybody? That means we know how to do stuff, right? We have the knowledge. We have the knowledge of understanding. We have the Bible. We have counselors. You understand? You have people who did it before you. That's the knowledge. But if you try to think of everything on your own, you're not going to get no knowledge. That's why he says he found all the ways of knowledge and he gave it to us. That's why we have what's that thing called when you speak to your parents, not your parents, your grandparents. When you go see them, you speak to them, and then you learn certain stuff. Like, oh snap, I never knew that. Like me when I was younger. I'm still young. When I was younger, I'm old cap. When I was younger, I like speaking to old people, like older folks, senior folks, because they tell you stuff. I'm like, oh, stop, I never knew that. Like, Officer Zachariah, I remember way back when I first met him, we used to ride together to the Sabbath, or he'll pick me up and stuff like that. And he used to tell me stuff about Fort Lauderdale, Broward. I'm like, oh, snap, I never knew that. You learn certain stuff from them. You learn certain stuff from people. All the knowledge that we want, we got it among each other. We just have to speak to each other. We have to counsel. We have to talk. You understand? You finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pull up the first article. And before you put it up, read that. Proverbs 29, verse 15. While you put it up. The JAMA Pediatrics.
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 15. The rod and reproof give wisdom.
What does it do?
The rod and reproof give wisdom. But a child left to himself.
A child what?
Left to himself, bringeth his mother to shame.
A child left to himself will bring your parents to shame. You cannot leave your child to be by himself. You have to be the parent. You have to do what you sign up for. How do you know you signed up for it? Easy. Did you entice a maid? Did you spit game? Did you sleep with her? Did you get married? Oh, what do you think happens when you do all that kind of stuff? Children come to be. If you're fruitful, you have a fruitful womb, children will come to be. You sign up for it. So if you sign up for it, what did God say? Read the second part again. Read.
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 15. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself.
A child left to himself.
Bringeth his mother to shame.
Pull up the first article. Read that.
JAMA Pediatrics. Screen time at age 1 year. And communication, problem-solving, developmental delay at 2 and 4 years.
You hear? Who understand what it's saying? Who could raise their hands and understand what it's saying? Go ahead, Ruben.
So what the article is going into, if you're turn your kid to like an iPad kid, right? Give them a device and have them just, watch it all day. It's going to mess up their development, right? They're not going to know how to communicate with their parents, not going to know how to problem solve, etc.
And how long does it take?
1 year, as the article mentions.
Delay to 2 to 4 years. That's how bad it gets. Why do you think there's something called iPad kids? Read 29:15 again. A child what?
The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself.
A child left to himself. That's why they become iPad kids. They're left to themselves with the phone every day. That's lazy parenting. Go back to the article. Scroll down a little bit. Just read it. Just read it a little bit. Read.
Key points. Question. Is there a dose-response association between screen time for children aged 1 year and functional development at age 2 and 4 years? Findings. In this cohort study, including 7,097 mother-child pairs, a dose-response association was observed between greater screen time at age 1 year and developmental delays in communication and problem solving at age 2 and 4 years.
So it takes a long time for them to develop communication and problem solving. Now, what's the cause of that? Is it the child's fault? Did the child come and ask you, hey, let me get this tablet, let me get this iPad, let me get this phone? Did they come and ask you that, or you give it to them? You give it to them. So now you got them slowing down already in society. It's your fault. It's your fault. Drop that. Go to the next article. Read.
Children born during pandemic have lower IQs, U.S. study finds.
They did a study on that. 2020. Children born around that time have a lower IQ. They did a study. Why do you think they're studying that stuff for? You think they're studying it for fun? They're studying it for the future. Knowing certain stuff to build, certain stuff to create, how many prisons, all that stuff. They say, hold up, iPad kids, hold on, we got something here. Now we got a lot more people to work in the prison fields. Laborer's job. You understand? Why? Because you're being a lazy parent. Go back. Read.
Children born during the coronavirus pandemic has significantly reduced verbal, motor, and overall cognitive performance compared with children born before. A U.S. study suggests the first few years of a child's life are critical to their cognitive development.
The first few years, that's what I learned, right? That's why you always got to use internet and social media the right way to learn stuff. I learned that a child, before they're 2, that's when they're developing their taste buds. So whatever they keep eating or drinking, that's why their taste buds are going to think is normal. So if you keep feeding them chips and Cheetos and sugary stuff and pizza and all that stuff, what do you think they're going to think is normal? That. When you give them greens, when you give them anything, they're just going to think that stuff is nasty. They're not going to like it because their taste bud, as is developing, is adapting to what you keep feeding them. You understand? Read.
The first few years of a child's life are critical to their cognitive development.
Critical. You know what it means to be critical? You have to be there. You're needed. You have to be involved. It's critical. And I could see when a child, their parent is not involved because they behave different. If you always deal with children, you'll see that. Way before, I remember like 10 years ago, I had started this program where I had to deal with kids, teenage kids. And you could tell when they came in while I was working, they'll be like, whoa, these kids are disturbed. And they'll tell you, I don't do this at the house. You know, my parents don't do this. My parents don't do that with me. They'll speak. They want to let it out. And then certain stuff I told them, to me, I just told them stuff that was like common sense. And then a few years later, they saw me. They was like, hey, man, I really appreciate you talking to me that day. I went to college. This is what I did. I graduated. I study in this field. It was all because you told me to keep going. You told me not to get involved with the bad kids. You understand? So when we go out there and we teach, we speak to the people out there, we speak to the kids, we're telling them something that every parent should be telling them. We're telling them what they know they need to hear. but they just need someone to tell it to them. You're critical. Read.
The first few years of a child's life are critical to their cognitive development. But with COVID-19 triggering the closure of businesses, nurseries, schools, and playgrounds, life for infants changed considerably, with parents stressed and stretched as they tried to balance work and childcare.
You see that? Now they have to balance work and taking care of their children. That's why it's very important. I know mothers is hard for you to be in home and take care of your kids, but if that's possible, if you could do that, if your husband make enough, and y'all work it out, be there, be in the house. Have a home, have a what's the thing called? Work at home job. Be in the house, be involved.
Yeah. So parents, you're gonna have to be creative on that time too. Because don't think this is just gonna be the only time where COVID-19 everything shuts down. You as parents must be involved, meaning you gotta be creative. You gotta anticipate a time period where everything's shut down, y'all can't move. It might be a rainy day. It might be a rainy day, y'all can't go nowhere. And you know how kids are. They bouncing off of everything. They breaking everything. Shoot, I ran through how many hotels with my kids, and I had to pay out of pocket for the stuff that they broke at the hotels. You as a parent need to create these games. There's many games. You need to sit down, educative games, sit down with them, and then there you go. If you have the opportunity to go to the playground, run them. Yep. Run them. That's where they go, what's the acrobats? Hey, you're gonna see them. Make them bounce off the wall at the parks. Take them. And I'm telling you, it does a lot. It goes a long way.
That's right. It does go a long way. And by the time they get home, peace in the house. They're going to sleep. Yeah. Read. You could drop that. Go to the next one. So now there's the definition. There's a new dictionary word that's been put out there for kids like that. That adults were the cause of it. Pull it up.
Brain rot. Named Oxford Word of the Year 2024.
What do you think they name it in 2024? What do you think it's 2024? Who could take a guess? Why 2024? Why the word just came to be in 2024? Go ahead, Ruben.
So this is years after the pandemic, so the kids that were born during that time grew up, and now they're brain rotted.
There you go. Those kids during the pandemic, because parents had to battle taking care of their children and working, and the best way to take care of the child in their eyes was here's a tablet. Stay on it for 24 hours. Watch videos all day. All day. Scroll down. Read that.
Following a public vote in which more than 37...
Yeah.
Why brain rot? Brain rot is defined as the supposed deterioration.
The what?
The supposed deterioration of a person's mental or intellectual state.
That's why they can't speak. Now they grow up, they don't speak to nobody. They're just to themselves. They don't know how to have conversations. They don't know how to do anything. Read.
Especially viewed as the result of overconsumption of material. Now, particularly online content, considered to be trivial or unchallenging. Also, something characterized as likely to lead to such deterioration.
Read.
Our experts noticed that brain rot gained new prominence this year as a term used to capture concerns about the impact of consuming excessive amounts of low-quality online content.
Excessive amount. Overdose. Your brain is being overdosed with that stuff. The children's brain. They're little.
Damn.
Yeah. What is it, Cap?
Say they get certain endorphins that are unlocked by that. The reason why they can't speak is because now the only voice they hear is what's in that game that they're listening to on the iPad and everything. Damn. That's it. That's why they can't properly communicate or socialize properly, because their mind is programmed on the voice that's on that game. Those little signs, wow, all that. That's what they program to.
Wow.
Damn.
Finish.
A term used to capture concerns about the impact of consuming excessive amounts of low-quality online content, especially on social media. The term increased in usage frequency by 230% between 2023 and 2024.
Okay, drop that. Go to the next one, the video. Pull up the YouTube video, start at the time frame. You got to watch what them kids are watching, man. You have to.
Toddlers, she would play videos on her iPad to keep them calm and entertained. It worked so well that she started calling the iPad Peace in a Pocket.
Sometimes you have an important phone call or you've got a parent-teacher interview or whatever that you just can't be interrupted in, and it's so easy. It's peace in a pocket.
But that peace didn't last. By the time her sons were 9 and 7, they were exhibiting disturbing behavior. The boys didn't want to do anything except watch videos online and play games. They didn't even want to go to school or do homework. And when she tried to take the screens away, this happened.
And they would become sort of aggressive and throw tantrums and that sort of thing if they'd played for ages and ages.
She ended her story with a warning for other parents.
There is something about it that changes their brain.
And she was absolutely right. Researchers found that too much screen time physically changes kids' brains.
One result that keeps showing up: parts of the brain related to reading, language, and decision-making are often weaker in kids who have more screen time.
This shrinking of the brain is what we call brain rot. And by the time parents notice, it's already too late.
What's wrong?
Toddlers, she would play videos.
Stop it. So you see that? Wow. So that's what happens. The study's out. So when you think you're doing you're trying to make stuff easy for you, you're making it harder for them. Because when they get older, it's going to be harder for them to function in society. And you already see what's going on. AI is taking over. If you don't have a brain to problem solve, to fix certain things, build certain stuff around the house, change motor oil, I don't know, tires, do something physical with your hands. If you can't do that with your brain, where are you going to be at? You understand? How is that going to work? It's not going to work. Go to 1 Samuel chapter 3. This is what happens when you do lazy parenting. 1 Samuel chapter 3, read verse 11 through 13.
1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 11.
Let's go.
And the Lord said to Samuel, behold, I will do a thing in Israel.
There's just so y'all know, just to give you a little background, this is because of Eli's son. They were not honoring the way the sacrifice used to be made. They were being rebellious Negroes. Read.
I will do a thing in Israel, at which both the ears of everyone that heareth it shall tingle.
Mm-hmm.
In that day I will perform against Eli all things which I have spoken concerning his house.
Mm-hmm.
When I begin, I will also make an end.
Read.
For I have told him that I will judge his house.
What did God say?
I will judge his house.
God says, I will judge your house. Read.
Forever, for the iniquity which he knoweth.
For the iniquity what?
Which he knoweth.
For the sins that he knows. He knows what their sons were doing. He knows they wasn't right, but he didn't correct them. Because children will be children. They're going to learn. Nah. Stop speaking that way. Stop speaking that way. Some children are evil. Understand that. If you're evil, you got to take that evil out with the rod of correction. Read.
I will judge his house forever for the iniquity which he knoweth, because his sons made themselves vile, and he restrained them not.
What did he not do?
He restrained them not.
God says, listen, Ephesians 6 and 4. If you know the evil that your kids are doing, and you just let it happen, best believe judgment is coming into that household. Judgment is coming. If you know your child is doing something evil, don't try to hide it. Don't try to put it away and say, you know what, I don't want people to know because they're going to think you're a bad kid and stuff like that. No, my child is good. Nah. If your child has a reputation of always being bad, when we come to you and say your child is bad, don't be that Negro parent who comes to the school and say, who you talking to? My child don't behave that way. Blah, 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 blah. Nah, don't be that person. Accept it. You know your child is bad. You know they're in sin. You know they're doing certain stuff that they're not supposed to be doing. Read.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4. And ye fathers.
You fathers, men of the house, read.
Provoke not your children to wrath.
We just read about the wrath of God. He says, I'm going to bring judgment. You provoke them to wrath. You make God's wrath come upon them when you don't do what you're supposed to do. Read.
But bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord.
That's how you got to bring them in the ways of the Lord. That means you have to study with them. Study the 10 Commandments. Study basic stuff. Why they wear fringes? Why we need to keep the Sabbath day holy. Thou shalt not lie. If you catch them on a lie, make them right. Thou shalt not lie. You understand? You got to know your children. Play the first video with the cop. That's what happens. Look. Now, why is he so mad? I don't know, but play it again. Let's see what the cop got in his hand. Play it again. What is that in the cop's hand? It could be a beer. It could be, I don't know what it is. Could be Gatorade. I don't know. Oh, it's Gatorade. Gatorade. He mad because maybe, I don't know, maybe he got taken. Maybe he's just seeing a cop. I don't know why he's mad. But is that how a child should be behaving? Now, you see this. Just looking at the image. Is this a living room? Is this a living room? Is this the room? What the hell is the child doing outside like that?
The hell is this?
No shoes on, underwear. Keep playing. You can mute it. Play. And then look at the other one. Just your little girl. Is this who we become? Is this who we are? Huh? This is a child not that's left to their own destruction. No respect for authority. No respect for authority because there's no authority in the house. You understand? That's what God says. If you leave a child left alone, they will misbehave. When they get older, that behavior is not going away. It's not going away by itself. You understand that? Yep. You got to cut that thing off right now. Read Sirach 30, verse 8 through 13. Well, you know what? Before you play that, before you read that, play the next video.
Man, fuck that shit, man.
Think about this for just
I'm gonna go do that
second.
shit. I'm gonna come right back, and I ain't really got no much to say about it.
Okay, just get a job then.
Nah, fuck that bullshit.
Pause it. Pause it. Now you're in the house. Now you're hearing your son talking to his mother like that, your wife like that. You're like, damn, you are but of yesterday. How the hell are you coming here thinking you rule stuff? Now you out the spirit. Play.
Kid, man, I'm grown now. I'm 17.
Okay, but then you could go to
Ma,
college.
shut up with that shit. Come on, man. Listen,
now you gotta step in.
Wait, no. Hey, big guy. Nah. Mom, talk to him.
I don't think I want to on this one.
No.
He's the strength in the space that I run.
Oh my God, wait, no.
Faithfulness, and it shows just how much he is more miraculous. Can't keep it to myself. I can't sit here and be still. Everybody I will tell to the whole world is him. King of kings, Lord of lords, all the things he has in store. From the rich to the welcome through the door. You won't ever be the same when you call on Jesus' name. Listen to the words I'm saying.
All right, you can stop it. You can stop it.
Yeah.
But you see what? And we're not saying go beat your kids, but listen. At one point, listen.
Yeah.
You gonna keep letting stuff slide. I remember one time, it was a while back, right? My younger brother, he never used to listen. Pops always just say, "Hey, do this, do that." I'm like, yo, you better listen. One day I'm just chilling, and I heard do, do, do. I'm like, damn, he catching blows in the back. The belt ain't working no more. It's punches. Why? Because he had a stiff neck. He didn't want to listen. But why does it have to come to that point? You understand? Why does it have to come to that? Disrespecting the household, disrespecting the mother. Because you know how kids are. They know to be afraid of. Dad is not around. Yeah, we're going to punch the cops. We're going to act all rowdy. Dad come around, straighten up.
You're going to learn today.
Yeah, they learn that day. Read Sirach 30, verse 8 through 13.
Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 30, verse 8.
Come on.
And horse not broken becometh headstrong.
A horse not what?
Not broken becometh headstrong.
Read.
And a child left to himself.
Child left to himself
will be willful.
Will be willful. They'll do whatever they want. They'll do whatever they want. Speak however they want. Respect whoever they want. Read.
Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. Laugh not with him.
Don't laugh at his shame. Don't laugh at the wrong stuff that he's doing. Read.
Lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end.
Read.
Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies.
Don't wink at his folly. Don't be like, oh, they say he's just a child. Just he's young. He'll grow out of it. Nope. I tell my kids all the time, they say, you better be in your best behavior. And every adult here, you better listen to them. If I come here and I find out that an adult told you to do something and you don't do it, when you get home, it's punishment. We get home at 1 a.m.
Right.
Guess what time the punishment is? 1:01 a.m. You understand? Punishment. You gonna feel it. Sometimes Asher don't. I be like, yo, Asher, don't worry, I got you. Just hold up. Can you assume the push-up position real quick for me? Yes, push-up position. Stay like that. All right, I'll be back.
That's right.
Officer Paggio.
Yeah.
I like to come like the Lord. It's unexpected. They'll be walking around the house. They just be waiting for the judgment. They don't even know when it's coming. I'll be nonchalant, just walk by like I forgot.
That's good.
Wait for it to be unexpected.
Yep. 1 a.m., 101, push-up position. Struggling, shaking, crying. Yeah, you're going to feel that. You're going to feel it. And then before finish, hold up. Let me get the 12 in you real quick. Wow. Get the 12 in you real quick. Now you understand.
Check. Can I get a script? Because we got to think about it, family. When we doing this, when we allowing these evils amongst our children to to let it fester and let it grow, what are we doing? What are we letting go in our nation as representations of ourselves? Go to Isaiah chapter 3. Isaiah chapter 3 and read verse 5.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 5.
Let's go.
And the people shall be oppressed, every one by another, and every one by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient.
That's why we have children in our community that have no respect of authority, have no respect of the men that came before them. You understand? Because the child is growing up in a lifestyle like this, in a house with no correction, with no authority, so they don't have any of those practices. And now those children are the ones oppressing the community. They are the gangbangers. They are the YNs. You understand? They are the ones that have that, what do you say? That rotten mind? The brain rot. Right. They have the brain rot, so they have no wisdom when dealing with ancestors or the ancient or their elders. Read it again.
And the people shall be oppressed, every one by another, and every one by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient.
Go ahead.
And the base against the honorable.
It says the base against the honorable. Those ones that have that brain rot. They don't have the wisdom or understanding. So that's some good stuff with officers going over. Y'all make sure y'all implement this in your house.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I want to get this. Get Sirach chapter 17 and 16. Just in case the mindset of the parent, not my child, they're such an angel. Let's see what God says according to what these children when they first come on the earth. Because they remember by default, when they void of instruction, which should come from the Most High God, the leadership, and down to the husband and wife, right? The parents, then to the children. But when they on default mode, this is what happens. This is it. Read.
Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 17, verse 16. Every man from his youth.
Every man from their youth is what?
Is given to evil.
So don't be surprised, parents. When you get a report about your children with a certain behavior, they might not have learned it from you, or unknowingly they learned it from one of your family members, something they saw on television. They still in public school. They learned. Do not be surprised when they act out. The Lord said, every man from their youth, a child without instruction, they are given to evil. for some reason, you're like, where the hell they learned that from? Even Joe, my son, Jonah, I'm like, he's singing these worldly songs. I'm like, we don't play this crap in the house. I'm like, where the hell is he hearing this from? I'm telling you, they gravitate by default to the evil. That's why when you come into this truth, all that you learned and was raised with, you need to throw it out the garbage. Remember, Officer just brought out earlier, we was given a heritage. Our heritage is this Bible. So you need to make it your diligent energy to invest in raising these children and the heritage that is given into this truth. All right? That's why. Once you have that mindset is, okay, you got the devil on you, no problem. It's training grounds. We read a scripture about the rod and rebuke, right? The rod and rebuke is that you give them that light up party, then you explain why they got it. Right. Just like us. When the Lord passed judgment on us, he's explaining to you before you get that judgment, right? Or it'll be, you'll get the judgment, and afterwards, he explains to you, this is the reason why. This is the reason why you're getting jacked up. Because the rod and the rebuke, they go hand in hand, okay?
Hey, Cap, just to land back off of you is go to Deuteronomy chapter 21. Let's start at verse 18 because it's heavy to the point where, you know, we got some parents that don't properly know how to have their child grow up in the admonition of the Lord, right? Read that in Deuteronomy chapter 21 and let's read verse 18.
Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 18.
Come on.
If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son.
Stop right there. If somebody have a stubborn and rebellious son, in order for you to know that, you got to be honest with yourself. You can't be coddling your baby. You can't be coddling your kids. You got to look at them as the scriptures look at them. Is it evil or is it righteous? Read.
If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father.
Come on.
Or the voice of his mother.
Meaning you're not making any excuses. You are looking at the child based off of how God decided to look at the child. Because what's going to happen? Read.
And that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them.
Meaning you done did everything for this child, but they're just inherently just evil. For some reason, they find out they are the ringleaders at school, finding out about porn, messing out with the different sisters, stuff like that.
Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of his city and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious.
Meaning that has to be a confession that's being done. Meaning you got to see, if you know that your kid is dealing with this problem, you got to seek help from the elders. You got to seek counsel from the elders, right? Read.
He will not obey our voice.
Come on.
He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of his
glutton and drunkardness goes into lazy. Anything that you tell him to do, he has no discipline. He doesn't even make up his bed when he wakes up. Those are the finite things or the basic things that you're supposed to be teaching them in order to teach your kids discipline. Give him chores, give him stuff to do. Read.
And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear.
Just like how we saw in that video, something struck me, a chord just struck me, is God would rather us deal with the situation before the white man has to deal with it. Because what's going to happen is the white man is going to be the one that's killing off your babies. You better try to see if you could fix your kids now before it's too late, where he has to really face the judgment and admonition of the Lord.
All praises. Hey, go back to Sirach 30. Read verse 11 through 13. Nobody could stone the kids right now, right? So y'all chill out. Read.
Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 30 and verse 13.
No, 11.
11, I'm sorry. 11.
Come on.
Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies.
Don't wink at his follies. Don't say, he's just a child. Don't be doing that. Read.
Bow down his neck while he is young.
That's the only way you could do it. Because when he gets older, the same whoopings ain't working. The same punishment ain't working. You understand? You think when Asher get older, I could say, hey, go on your push-up position? He said, that's it? You want me to do 100 or 60? How much you want? That's what he's going to tell me. Read.
and beat him on the sides while he is a
You
child.
beat him on the side, all right? You don't pick him up and drag him, boom, in the glass. You don't do that, all right? That was just a video for fun, all right? Read.
Lest he wax stubborn.
Lest he does what?
Wax stubborn.
He becomes stubborn. Wax stubborn. You ever seen wax? You seen wax, right? In the heat of the moment, it's melting. Left alone, cold, is hard. Break easy. The stubbornness that they have will be hard for you to break if you don't fix them right away. Read.
Lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. Chastise thy son.
Chastise thy son, read.
And hold him to labor.
Hold him to labor. Give him some stuff to do around the house. Give him some stuff to learn. Don't just leave him alone. There's a lot of stuff that could be done. We're going to go over some. We're going to give you some solution. There's a lot of stuff that can be done. Don't just, here's a video game. Let's play. I'm player 1 and you player 2. The hell? You're a dad. You just all day playing video games with your son? That's all you do? You watching crazy shows with your daughter? Seriously?
Right.
Read.
Hold him to labor. Lest his lewd behavior.
Lest his what?
His lewd behavior be an offense unto thee.
Now he cussing you out. Now he dishonoring you.
Damn.
Go to Leviticus 12, read verse 2. Now, I'm going to show you something real quick. Leviticus 12, read verse 2.
Chapter 12, verse 2.
Let's go.
Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a woman have conceived seed and born a man-child, then he shall be unclean 7 days. According to the days of the separation for infirmity, shall she be unclean.
So she conceived seed. Go to Psalms 127, verse 3. She conceived seed. Marriage happened. Children is coming. Read.
Psalms chapter 127 and verse 3.
Come on.
Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward.
So the seed now becomes a fruit of the womb, and you're rewarded from God. God says, I find you faithful to have a child. Here's a child. I'm giving you my son. I'm giving you my daughters. You raise them the right way. Read. That's it?
Yes, sir.
Galatians chapter 6, read verse 7 through 8.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 7.
Come on.
Be not deceived.
Don't be deceived.
God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth,
whatever you sow, whatever seed you sow, whatever fruit you're getting, read.
That shall he also reap.
You leave your child, you leave your seed neglected, guess what you're going to reap? You're going to reap a bad child.
Message.
That's what you will reap. There's no way a child is misbehaving, you don't know why. And we already know out there in the world, single mothers are raising a lot of our kids. So the men that they dislike, the men that they say ain't no good, all this stuff like that, we already know who's raising them. How about y'all start admitting it? Y'all fail. We fail as a nation. This stuff ain't working. We got to fix it. That's why we here fixing it. You got to be the example. We have to be the example out there. Don't just accept stuff the way it is. It's time to fight. It's time to stand up against it. It's tiring. It's a struggle. But guess what? That's it. That's the battle. That's the battle. You may be tired after work, long day, but guess what? You got to be there. They need you. You got to be there. You got to sacrifice. You finish?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they don't count the cost. Proverbs 13:24.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse 24.
Tutors.
Let's go.
Tutors in the body. Read.
Verse 24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son.
What did God say?
He that spareth his rod hateth his son.
You don't correct your son, you hate him. That ain't no love. That's hate. I tell my kids this all the time. I remember one time I told my kids this. I said, listen, when you misbehave and I don't correct you, you're still going to get corrected. It may be not now. It may be not tomorrow, but 10 years from now, you're still going to get a beating. Yeah. Don't you understand those kids that misbehave, that did not get beat as a child, when they get older, they get the beating that they were supposed to get a long time ago? Now they're getting it under a billy club. Now they're getting it under a pistol whip.
Damn.
In prison, now they're fighting a whole bunch of inmates, trying to make sure they come out still a man.
Hell no.
Now they're fighting. You're still going to get the beating. You're not running away. So it's either you correct the child now before he gets a beating later. Read.
He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasten him betimes.
29, Proverbs 29, read verse 15 and 17.
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 15.
15 through 17.
Yes, sir. The rod and reproof give wisdom.
The rod and reproof does what?
Give wisdom.
Oh, trust me, it gives wisdom. It'll let you learn. It'll let you understand. And listen, what did I whoop you for? Because I did this and that. Oh, now you understand. Now you understand. Now you know how to act right. Ask you a question, you lie. Whop, 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 whop. 3 beatings. Oh, I know the truth now. Oh, wisdom kicking in. Wisdom is kicking in now. Oh, read.
The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame.
Mother to shame, because the mother is the first one that deals with the child. Read.
When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases, but the righteous shall see their fall. Correct thy son.
Do what?
Correct thy son. And he shall give thee rest.
You got nothing to worry about. Read.
Yea, he shall give delight unto thy soul.
You will reap what you sow. Go to Isaiah 1, read verse 4.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 4. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
We learn to walk away backwards, but now in this truth, we are learning to walk forward. You understand? So we have to make sure that we are circumspect and living the right way in front of our people. You don't want to be the person who said, oh, I'm an Israelite, but then you have a bad kid. Like, that don't make sense. It don't make sense. Your child is in the store acting up because they couldn't get something. What? Man, that stuff happening right there. We're going, all right, you got to go use the bathroom? All right, let's go use the bathroom real quick.
That's a setup, bro.
That's it. I don't got to go pee. Yes, you do. You got to go pee. Let's go. Let's go. You got to go use the bathroom real quick. Go to let me see. Sirach 41, read verse 5 through 6.
Sirach chapter 41, verse 5. The children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. The inheritance of sinners, children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach.
God land plain. God is not just going to let them live freely. Your children will have to suffer the wrath of God. If you love your child, make sure that you correct them so they don't have to suffer the wrath of God. Go to Sirach 11, read verse 28. This is why it's important. Read.
Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 11, verse 28.
Let's go.
Judge none blessed before his death, for a man shall be known in his children.
You will know how a child behaves or how he was taught based on what he does after his parents die. How he taught his children. You will know that he teaches his children to do right, keep God's commandments, respect others, respect people, respect authority, that he teaches his children that, or his child can't wait for him to die so he could be free. That's why a lot of kids, especially daughters, they can't wait to get out of their parents' home. Why?
What?
Yeah. Read that scripture one more time. It just hit me. Because I know a lot of parents invest in their children. They spoil them. They spoil their children. Yeah, I know. They'll spoil their children. And then they'll say, I have great kids. No. You don't have that great kid until you on your sick bed, and that one child is the one spoon feeding you, changing your pamper, washing you bath. That's when you know. Read the scripture.
Verse 28, judge none blessed before his death.
That parent is not blessed unless when?
For a man shall be known in his children.
You shall be known as blessed through that child or those children that come to your aid when you're at old age. That's going to tell whether you That's going to show if they had that fear of the Lord to the point where they know this is my father, this is my mother. The hell with my life right now. They invested in me growing up. They paid for my school, my college. When I didn't have nothing, I'm going to go above and beyond for that parent. That's when you know, oh, that parent, you blessed. You got that one child or you that's going above and beyond for you. You blessed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go to Deuteronomy 6, read verse 6 through 7. So children need your attention. All right. Children need your attention, but you could be sinning. But what sin are you doing? You probably don't know. That's why we're here to teach you. Read Deuteronomy 6, verse 6 through 7.
Yes, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 6. And these words, which I command thee this day, shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
So you're supposed to be teaching your children. If you're not teaching your children, are you following this commandment? You're not following this commandment. You have sin in your house. You got to teach them. Read.
And shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
So by you doing that, go back to Baruch 3, read 36 and 37 again. So it says he will teach you, and then you got to teach your children when they wake up, when they doing stuff, when you're going around the house, when that means you're around. That means you're involved. That means you speak to them. You understand certain stuff. You watch them. I watch my kids. See the spirit. Gotta watch their face when they speak. My one of my daughters, well, the oldest one, I'm like, man, she a good liar. She a really good liar. She almost convinced me. I had to ask her a few times, ask her some trick questions. Hold up now. I caught you in the lie. Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Yeah, where's the belt? I call the belt like I'm calling the hammer. It just comes. Zoom. Where's the belt? Let's go. I caught you. Because I'd be like, yo, hold up. She almost convinced me. I had to think a few days, a few hours. I'm like, hold on. I don't want to whoop her. I don't want to just whoop her for fun, whoop her for no reason. I got to think. And I said, I got you. You ain't lying. Yeah, here's the question. Investigation. Here you go. You're under the spotlight. Here's the questions for you. Yep. If it's Asher, easy. Easy. But her, I'm like, yeah, I got to watch for you. You sneaky. You sneaky.
I told this story many times. My daughters are very sneaky when it comes to sweets in the house, right? That's why now I done got them. I done switched everything to sugar-free. Yeah, so boom. Yep, change the package. So they'll wait for me to start sleeping, but not just any sleep. They'll wait till I start snoring. That's how you start hearing it. And if it ain't for my phone to start ringing or vibrating to wake me up, then I hear the rustling. They stuck in the kitchen now. So now I'll pop up on them, take my socks off, my sandals, and I creep right behind them. Yeah. Turn all the lights like roaches. I'm telling you so. All right.
So you got to be around. You got to be around, involved with your kids so you can teach them, right? Go to Proverbs 4:23. Proverbs 4, verse 23.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life.
Hold up. Yeah, read it again. Sorry, read it again.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse
23. Yeah.
23.
That's it.
Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life.
So keep your heart. Your heart is your mind. You got to keep your mind constantly diligent. Why? Because how you live life, it comes from what comes out of your mind. You know how Mark 7 verse 21 says, out of the heart of man proceed evil thought. So your mind always got to be diligent, constantly. Watch the stuff that's coming in you. Watch the stuff that you do around your kids. You understand? Don't worry about Mark 7. Don't worry about Mark 7. Go to Matthew chapter 6, read verse 22 to 23.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 22.
Let's go.
The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single.
So you got to keep your mind very diligent because the light of the body is the eyes. Read.
Thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?
So if your eye is always consuming things that's dark, What do you think will be inside your body? Now, do you think this has an age restriction? No age restriction. No matter how old you are, whatever you keep watching, your eyes keep looking at, that's what is going to come out of you. That's the darkness that will be in you. Go to Genesis 18, read verse 19.
Genesis chapter 18, verse 19.
Bring it out.
For I know him.
This is talking about Abraham, read.
That he will command his children and his household after him.
You gotta be in the house to command your children, read. That's
and
it.
They shall keep the way of the Lord.
You gotta teach them the way of the Lord as they wake up, as they go by the way. You understand? You have to do that. When you go outside, I remember when I was coming from Tabernacle, I stopped at a gas station. And we stopped at a gas station. I was like, what the heck? The glass window, you see how we have all these pictures and stuff like that? Nothing but idolatry on the glass. I was like, damn. And we got to go use the bathroom. And soon we came out. I said, look, I brought all my kids, the oldest one. I said, look, you see this stuff on the wall? You see all this stuff? All the glass stuff? That's idols. These are fake idols. Remember how the scripture said, thou shalt have no idols? These are idols. I said, this image of this guy right here, this image of Caesar Bow, I said, people try to say that's Jesus. That's not Jesus. I had to point that. There's no way I could walk into the gas station without showing that stuff. Christmas lights everywhere we used to live in. When we live on a certain apartment, like, look, all this stuff is evil. This is Christmas stuff. It's evil. We don't do that kind of stuff. Christmas is evil. Halloween is evil. We go to the store, you see it everywhere. It's evil. All that stuff is evil. It's witchcraft.
Check. Just a very important point that Officer Pagiel just pointed out. In order for you to instruct your kids, you have to be aware of your environment. That means as you're walking in, you're just not thinking about yourself. You're not having that selfish type of mentality, but you are watching out for danger. So that means as soon as you see something, a scripture should be filtering through your mind, and then in the back of your mind, you're supposed to pass that knowledge and that wisdom and understanding to your kids. So that way it doesn't infiltrate their spirit. They could know that it's evil. They have something to fight against.
That's right. Read that scripture again.
Genesis chapter 18, verse 19. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord, to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken of him.
Go to Proverbs 22, read verse 6.
Proverbs chapter 20.
And get the statistic video ready. Read.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6.
Bring it out.
Train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it.
That's what we must do. We must train up our child the way they should go. Now, does that mean every children that you have is going to be right? No, but you still have to train them up. This is the thing I say. I'm like, man, if I had more children, then that means the odds of one of them being righteous is higher. If you have one, that's 50-50. That's a big gamble. That's a big gamble. Because, I have brothers and sisters. Well, I have a few brothers. And I'm like, yo, this brother he's crazy, man. The way he behaved, the stuff that he did, like to his parents that raised him, he just, like, how can you behave that way? And I was thinking to myself, if my mother did not have some of the other kids, she'll be struggling right now. She'll be struggling. I'm like, nah. Got to train up a child in the way they should go. 2 Maccabees 15, verse 12.
2 Maccabees chapter 15, verse 12.
Let's go.
And this was his vision, that Onias, who had been high priest, a virtuous and a good man, reverend in conversation.
Reverence in what?
Reverend in conversation. Gentle in condition. Well spoken also. And exercised from a child.
Exercise from where?
From a child in all points of virtue.
A virtue. You got to start seeing yourself as royalty. Listen, your children, whatever you put in front of them about you, that's who they're going to think you are. Guess who's the smartest person in the world? In my house? I am.
That's right.
I'm the smartest person in the world. I tell them that all the time. And one time I slipped. I said, I don't know that. You know what my child said? I thought you said he was the smartest person in the world. I was like, okay, hold on. She called me. So I said, hold up. Let me make it clear. I said, I do know this, but I don't know the way it's made, how it works. I don't know that yet. I said, and then she said, okay, I get it now. But she remembered. That's how they see me. They have to see you the same way. They should not be looking at idols, rappers, these freaking YN, those girls that be rapping, strappers, talking about some BS. That's not who they should look up to. They should look up to you, not somebody else. You understand? Not somebody else. You should be the first hero in the house. You're the hero. You're the order. You're the structure. That's how you should be. So then when they grow up, read that scripture again.
And this was his vision, that Onias, who had been high priest, a virtuous and a good man.
A virtuous and a good man. That's the kind of behavior you should be portraying in front of your children. Read.
Reverent in conversation. Gentle in condition. Well-spoken also.
Well-spoken also. Not cussing out. I'm hearing kids speak. They're cussing this. Talking about nasty stuff. What the heck?
Is this?
I know it's public school. Public school does do that to your kids. So they're going all kind of way. I remember my son told me that he want to go to public school. I said, you want to go to public school? He said, yeah, I want to go to regular school. I said, regular school? I said, ain't nothing regular about it. I said, let me show you what goes on in regular school. Pull up some fight videos. There you go. That's what you want? There you go. I'm going to show you. Here's some fight videos. That's what happens in public school. Do you want that? I said, you want to, I said, you want, okay, no problem. Let's wake up early tomorrow morning. Wake up early tomorrow morning. You see the kids waiting for the bus? That's what you want. You want to wake up that early, go wait for the bus, huh? It's new, 12 o'clock come, we go to the park. 1 p.m. we're at the park. Sometime during school days, because new moon come. If you take the new moon off, you know what I mean. You go spend some time with your kids. Kids, the park is free. Nobody there. They're running around and having a good time. 2:30, 3 o'clock come. Public school kids come. All right, it's time to go. Let's go. For real. Because there's kids here that you could play with. I'd rather them here learning from these kids here. I remember one time I found out that Officer Phillips' son is a Sonic fan. Oh, my son loves Sonic too. New Sonic came out. Hey, let's go watch the movie. They all went. They go watch the movie.
That's
you understand? Right. Good behavior. Pull up the statistic video. Watch this. You can mute it out. Mute it. You don't need to hear the music. Watch this chart.
How people spent their time from 1930 to 2024.
You see 0% at the bottom. 0%. You see friends still up there. Friends and family still up there. There you go. Internet came. Internet coming. Yeah. Internet is coming. Boom. Friends are still up there, but family has dropped. Family dropped. Oh, damn. You see this? Online, friends, co-workers, bars, restaurant, families down there. Even me, I had to catch myself. I was like, wait a minute. Because, I don't have a big furniture set in my apartment. I live in an apartment. I'm not trying to have all that stuff because one day I plan on moving out. I'm not trying to carry all that thing. I hate moving. So I'm like, hold up. We don't sit and eat together. We don't do that. And one time I just went and sit on the table and ate. My son was like, hey, what you doing here? I was like, what you mean? I'm eating. I was like, you eating with us? I was like, yeah, I'm eating with y'all. Like, yeah, I'm eating because I have to catch myself. Always on the computer, eating at the computer, always doing stuff. Online, playing video games all day. Online, watching, streaming videos online. Friends, barely. Co-workers, barely. Family, 4%. You understand? That has to change. Go to the next article. Georgia, yep. Read.
Fox 5, Atlanta. Georgia Federation of Teachers proposing Parent Accountability Act.
So basically, what they're trying to do is however your kids behave in school, you're going to be responsible for it. If they're bad, you're going to get the charges. That's what the teachers are pushing. Why do you think the teachers are pushing that? Is it because 1 or 2? You think that's the cause? Or is it because there's a great influx of it? It keeps happening. Kids misbehaving. Why? Because a child left alone. Raising your kids like Esau. Edomites do that. They don't whoop them kids. We whoop our kids. Our father's black. He whoop us.
That's right.
Heavenly Father I'm talking about. You saw the big spanking that he gave us. So guess what? We're going to do the same thing. Yep. Long belt. Read a little bit of it.
The brief. The Georgia Federation of Teachers is proposing the Parent Accountability Act, which would penalize parents if their child assaults a teacher.
That's good. That is good. Only parents who don't want to discipline the kids will be like, nah, that's not good. That's good. Read? Okay.
With possible fines.
Hold on. Because remember that teacher represent a parent, right? Is a temporary parent teaching the children. So if that child could go ahead and disrespect that teacher, imagine what it could do to the parent. So that really benefits, because now you as a parent need to make sure the anger issues in that child is nipped in the bud. Because some of these children got secret hatred towards the parents, and then they don't want to disrespect the parent yet, but they take it out on the teachers or authority figures. So parents, it's your job to go ahead and make sure the spirit of your children is upright. You need to be the first counselor for that child. You need to see what's going on, because you know your child more than these teachers, more than the authority. All right, because you know what type of spirit that child is battling, what they struggle with. So you need to humble down. That busy time, you need to go ahead and assess that child. Bring it out. What's going on? Explain to me. Is something that you don't want to tell me? You need to become the first counselors for these children. All right.
That's right. Keep on.
With possible fines, community service, or jail time.
That's it. You could drop that. Go to the next image. Pull up the next image. Now, is this you, parent? Is this you? Look at that. Your child needs your attention. You're always on the phone, always on social media, watching videos. A parent could have, a mother could have 1 child, but she has 3. She could have 5, but she has 3. It's called earbud left and earbud right and the phone. Those are your children. You spend a lot of time on your phone, constantly on your phone all day. That's all you do. I know women do that a lot. Your child needs your attention. Go to the next video. Play that.
If logic and emotion were people.
They're twins, but their mind is not the same. Their spirit is different, but they're twins. Now, if twins can have separate personalities, don't you think your children who are not twins can have different personalities too? One of them could be logical. One of them could be emotional. You got to learn how to deal with them. Reward good behaviors. They were coming to get the candy. They fulfilled the task. They come to get candy. My kids cannot just get stuff for fun just out of nowhere. Yeah, that's spoiling them. My brother got Asher a stack of Pokemon cards. It's like probably taller than this phone. I took that thing. He never saw it. I said, wait a minute. That's too much. That's the Pokemon card. This stack. I'm like, I'm talking about it's half the mic. I'm like, that's too much in one go. I'm like, no, you ain't getting that, buddy. You ain't getting that. I took it. My wife is teaching him the nouns, the verbs, the adjective, all that stuff. All that stuff I forgot. You understand? So now I got to go back and learn it when they come ask me questions. You know? So he's learning it. And and I say, you know what? That's how I'm going to get him. You want Pokemon? I said, you want Pokemon cards? Yeah, I want Pokemon cards. How much you want? 5, 3? I want this much. I said, no problem. I said, here, I have 5 Pokemon cards. Hey, oh, wait a minute. What's an adjective? What's a proverb? What's a noun? Huh? What is all that stuff? Oh, you don't know? No Pokemon cards for you. Right back in my pocket. Crying. Crying. I said, oh, that's good. Yeah, feel the pain. Feel the pain. Yeah. Feel the pain. Now, tomorrow or later, if you want Pokemon cards, go ahead, go study that stuff.
Hey, I just want y'all to be able to see, even with the example on the video that Officer Pagiel just showed. Basically, you're teaching your kid how to critically think, and you're not giving him the iPad and stuff like that. You got to be able to. The way that you train up their mind is get them to start thinking on that level first, and then as time goes on, you are teaching them about life, not rewarding them, right then and there just because. Think about it like this. Remember Adam, right? Adam, he had the kingdom of heaven. What happened? Everything was given to him. Everything was given to him. Gold, everything. What happened? He lost it. Because why? Things that are given to you easy, you don't find a value in it. Now, this is what we're doing right now. We're going through the struggle to make it to the kingdom of heaven for us to actually appreciate everything that God has given us. That's the same logic behind everything. Go ahead.
That's right. So you can't just reward them for everything. Just sometimes, yeah, they act good, they behave good. Yeah, here's your reward. A little thing. I'll give you some toys. I'll give you that. But you gotta earn it. You gotta earn it. Come around the house. The house is dirty. Nah. I mean, the room is dirty. Nah, you ain't getting nothing from me. I already told you at 4 o'clock, you got to clean this room. I'll give you a watch. The watch go beep, 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 beep at 4. You still running around? Nah. You ain't getting nothing from me. Reward them. Challenge them. Challenge them so they could get a reward. I got my kids a Rubik's Cube. I told you that during the parent-teacher conference meeting. I got them Rubik's Cube. Learn how to solve it. I remember one time I came home, I said, listen, whoever solves it gets Rubik's Cube. Get Pokemon cards. They grabbed that thing. I said, yell so loud. Dad! Yes! I was like, yeah, look at you. You did it real quick, huh? Here's your card. You got it. You received your card.
Mine is books. So in my house, my daughter got books. Now she's the books that she has is too small. So she flies through them. So I'll be telling her to go read a book. She'll come back like 5 minutes later, be like, yeah, I already read it. I'm like, how many pages this book got? It's only 6 pages. Oh, no, we need a bigger book. So got to get them big books. Big books. Those things, you give them challenges, you challenge them, and then you give them the reward after. Yeah.
100%. All right, let's fly through. Proverbs 20. You could drop the statistic. Just go straight to Proverbs 20. Proverbs 20, verse 7.
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 7. The just man walketh in his integrity. His children are blessed after him.
You got to have integrity. Walk in your integrity. Don't say you're going to do something and you never do it. You're teaching your children how to be a liar. Don't make promises that you're going to break. Don't just say stuff just to say it. Have integrity. Fathers and mothers. Proverbs 31, read verse 27, 28.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 27.
Let's go.
She looketh well to the ways of her household.
She does what?
Looketh well to the ways of her household.
How can you do that if you're always on the phone, sisters? How can you do that? You cannot do it. Just giving your son a tablet and the phone and just walking away. Read.
And eateth not the bread of idleness.
Uh-huh.
Her children arise up and call her blessed.
Get that video ready. Her children will do what?
Arise up and call her blessed.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband also, and he praises her.
Your husband also will speak good of you. It don't matter what the people outside say. Your husband know you. Your husband, your children didn't know you. Play that video.
Oh, this the best mama I ever had. Look, y'all. Look, y'all. If y'all had this mom, y'all would be happy. If y'all had this mama, y'all would be happy. If y'all had this mama, she would do anything for you. That's the best mama ever. She do anything for my brother. She the best. And I know that because I seen it. She the best in the whole time world.
You see that? That's how your children should be looking at you. They pay attention. Don't think they don't pay attention. They pay attention to what you do. They watch how you move. They watch how you behave. They watch your character. See if they don't know the word integrity, but they understand it. They see, hold up, she lied about this. Hold up. I remember when I was younger, I hated when my mom got on the phone and talking about stuff that, the kids always misbehaving, they're being bad. I'd be like, Mom, come on. Come on. I didn't do nothing bad this whole week. What you talking about? We've been good for a whole month. We didn't even go outside for a whole month. What you talking about? What you doing telling these people that? You understand? I never liked that stuff, man. Go to Sirach 30. Read verse 3 to 4.
Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 30, verse 3.
Come on.
He that teaches his son grieveth the enemy.
You got to teach your son because you got to grieve the enemy. They don't like when our kids behave. They don't like that stuff. They love it when our children misbehave. Read.
And before his friends, he shall rejoice of him. Though his father die.
Though after his father died, read.
Yet he is as though he were not dead. For he has left one behind him that is like himself.
That's it? Oh, yeah. So your child got to be just like you. Walk with integrity. Respectful. That's why I said don't count no child blessed before the parents die. Don't count no father blessed before don't count his children blessed before he dies. You understand? Play that video. Let's fire through those videos. Read the top.
This is why the mother's behavior is so important.
They watch your behavior. Play. Daddy get home. Child just sitting there. Daddy gets home from work. Next thing. Now they went first. So if you can stop it, go get the next one ready. So if you're always arguing with your husband, what do you think the child is learning? Huh? Is he learning to love? Is he learning to love their dad? Respect? Are they learning that? No, they're not learning none of that stuff. They watch your behavior. They don't care. It don't matter what you say. They watch how you behave. Next one.
You have to love me, okay? To make me feel better. You're not loving me.
So you see, they have understanding. They know, listen, when I cry, it's because I need your attention. I need you to love me. Next. Fathers, you already know how we do. Mom is not around. Let's go. You gotta be, this what happens. This what happens. Next video. That's exactly what happened.
I love looking at this video because this is something we talk about a lot in relationship and marriage. This is Tiger's son, and you see the mannerisms that he's picking up from his father. Yes, some of his strokes are the same, probably because he actually taught him, but some of these other things that you see, his walk, his stride, rubbing his nose, are things that he picked up from observing his father over time and being with him. And the same thing happens in relationships. Your children are watching you in your marriage every day. How do you speak to one another? Are you respectful, disrespectful?
Stop it. Ephesians 4:29. Read that. They watch you. They see how, if you're respectful, they watch your behavior. Ephesians 4:29. Read that.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29.
Come on.
Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers.
So minister grace. Don't be verbally abusive to your kids. Don't be saying, oh, they're dumb, you stupid, and this and that. They never heard you say good things about them. Don't do that. How about you just start telling them that they're smart, they're intelligent, they're wise, they are God's chosen people. They have the best skin color, the best hair color, the best hair texture. I tell my kids this all the time. And it's not to say that other kids are not smart. I said, you're the smartest kids in the kids' corner. I tell them that all the time. You should be telling your kids that they're the smartest kids in kids' corner. If we all did that, if we all told our children they are smartest kids in kids' corner, what kind of confidence would that put in them?
That's right.
You should tell your children that.
And even in correcting them too, you let them know this is not how Israelite woman act, or this is not how Israelite man acts. That's that type of behavior. That's of the world. Stop acting in that manner. That's how I know sometimes you got to train yourself how to talk. I know parents let it go to 100, right? We know. So you have to control your way you speak to these children. You got to speak life to them. So in correcting them, you let them know how you moving. This is not how an Israelite man or woman move. How you speak. We don't lie. That is not us. That is not our behavior. That's how you talk.
Go to the map. We're about to wrap it up soon. Okay. All right. So hold up. Go play the video of the little boy. Yeah. So this boy, I show my son that. I said, look at him. Look at what he's doing. Tight. Look, not even looking. Finish. And I say, you don't think you could do this too? It's all practice. Challenge their brain. One hand. Yeah, I keep playing with these kids. I don't play with them. I told my son that he got to make me a flying car. For real. I told both of them that. I said, y'all going to become so smart, y'all going to make me a flying car. You can stop it. Look at him. Just looking around. He just messing with the cube. Yep. Show them that kind of stuff. Challenge their brain. Stop letting them watch BS on TV, BS on YouTube. Learn how to use the tool the right way. Watch class, watch music, original royalty. Put that stuff for them. And then when they want to watch something else, let them watch educational shows. Nature, turn on the TV, because you know how you turn on TV, it's always on something. The TV turns on, the first thing that goes on is nature. And I'm going to know, if I don't want to see people, I don't want to see Edomites. I don't want to see no Edomites when I turn on the TV. Turn on the TV, I want to see nature. Watch nature. We're eating, and here's some nature for you.
Hey, officer, can I bring up?
Yeah. Watch about animals. Watch about everything that God created.
Let me bring up scripture.
Yeah.
Give me 2 Maccabees 7, verse 27. This right here is going to be, because we see the time that we're living, right? Persecution going to arise upon us, and some of us might be put to death. And your children too. And this is one of the things that it was instilled in those 7 brothers by the father, and the mother continue it. Read that.
2 Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 27. But she, bowing herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn, spake in her country language on this manner: O my son, have pity upon me that bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee suck 3 years, and nourished thee, and brought thee up unto this age, and endured the troubles of education.
And do what?
Endured the troubles of education.
Let's see one of the trouble of education. Verse 29.
Verse 29, fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren, take thy death.
Which one of us is teaching our children when the time comes to take the death? That's trouble. To tell a child that, because we don't want the child to know that, you know, if he just defile himself and then for a few minutes to live and to, you know, and to receive eternal damnation. That's trouble. And that's something we have to train our child, because as we see the time progressing, a lot of us are going to be put to death. You sisters and the child too. So we gotta train up our child. That's trouble of education to tell a child that. And that's why we gotta train up our child. Because she did that. And guess what? All the children take the death. And we're gonna be that's our lot. Some of us is our lot to die for this truth. So this is one of the trouble of education. We gotta teach our children to take death, not to fear death. It's just a transition. Oh,
Right. Hey, pull up the next image of Marcus. So this is this dude that if you're in tech, if you're in all that stuff, you know who he is, right? So you see how many subscribers he got? He got like 20 million subscribers, right? So I always watch his videos when I want to learn about tech. Yeah. So I said, you know what? I want to see how he started. Every time I go to YouTube, people's page, YouTube pages, I want to see how they started. So I click on oldest. Go to the next one. Look to the bottom right. What do you see? HD Pavilion, Media Center Remote Overview. The same thing that he's doing now, he's been doing it 60 years ago. His parents say, you know what? That's what he likes to do. He's not trying to be out there, trying to, play sport, be a sport player, football player, all that stuff. Yeah, watch me play video games. Nah, that's what he did. Reviewing. When you watch the other stuff, his other videos, he's reviewing phones, reviewing Microsoft Word, reviewing stuff for people to use. People watch his videos to learn if something is good. They trust his opinion on it. They trust the facts that he gives. His parents could have been like, man, cut that video off, man. Yeah. 5 million, 20 million subscribers. You got to invest in your child. Even if you yourself, you're not good at something, it don't mean they or them can, the children cannot be good at them. Yeah, don't limit them. Teach them. You don't know how far they can go.
Like with this point that officer's bringing out, it's so heavy because you know how many multi-millionaire companies that if he gives a bad review at their product, that the hurt that company would take just off of this brother's review. I mean, it's crazy. So
he doesn't just give you a BS review. He does his research first, and then he uses the product, and then afterwards he dissects it into packaging and all the way up. So because we've seen a couple of his reviews, it's very good. But this is something too I wanted to add is parents, we say this all the time. Don't ask your child what you want to be when you grow up. No. As parents, you need to tell them, you're going to be a doctor. You're going to be an engineer. Okay? You're going to be what? You need to instill that spirit in them. Other cultures, they don't do that. No, this is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to grow up to be. Your nation is dependent on that. We need doctors. We need midwives. We need nurses. We need engineers, right? We need general contractors, electricians in the nation. So you need to see that spirit and then afterwards build around that child. I tell my kids, I already told my oldest, you're going to be a surgeon. And then she came back. She told me what type of surgeon she wants to be. I told my son, you're going to be a accountant. He told me what type of accountant he wants to be. Now he's A's and B's in his class. All right, honors in the class. They taking college courses in the summertime. So it's no joke. So parents, you need to pinpoint and let them know, listen, this is what you're going to be. Your nation is dependent on you. And then you, in return, need to plug them in. Who was it? Officer Ezekiel. I don't know if he's here. He's an accountant. What I did, I made sure I set up a interview or a face-to-face with my son and Officer Ezekiel. And he gave him a breakdown on what entailed to expect through the courses to be an accountant. So parents, you need to go ahead and do that. Perfect example Officer Padgett brought out was the Rubik's Cube. That's those little tools. Don't just buy regular old games. You make sure it's games to help them build. We here, Bishop Yawasapa would bring it out. Give them puzzles, things to build. So later on, as they grow in life, with the courses that they take, it's going to be easy for them. It's going to be easy for them. Games on the phone, guess what? You take that away from them and you give them Monopoly. Show them how to build wealth, right? Things like that. So that's how you need to begin to train your children, especially to become a doctor, not just a regular old basketball player. No, we don't have that in Israel. There's none of that. We have a nation to build. Always keep that in mind.
Hey, Cap, in order to do that, you gotta spend time with your child. You gotta know his spirit. You cannot have a kids that every class is from math. He has F, and then you want him to be a scientist. Come on. You gotta know his strength so we can guide him to the right direction. All right.
But yeah, that's right. You got to know, and that's for you to be involved. You got to spend time with them. Go to Titus chapter 2. Titus chapter 2, read verse 3 to 5. Don't forget the age limit I'm dealing with.
Titus chapter 2, verse 3. The aged woman, likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
Nah, behave however you want in front of your kid. Cuss your husband out, and then say you love the Lord.
That they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
Misbehave in front of your children with your neighbors, and then say you love the Lord.
Behavior as becometh holiness.
Nah, no, have a bad behavior when you go to the store.
Holiness.
Just because you didn't get your stuff, now you arguing with the store clerk.
Holiness. Not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things.
Read.
That they may teach the young women.
That they may do what?
Teach the young women to be sober.
To be what?
To be sober. To love their husbands.
Read.
To love their children.
Love who?
To love their children.
Guess what? God didn't put this for fun. He didn't write this for fun. You have to be taught how to do it. You have to be taught about it, how to do it. And how do you learn it? From the people who've done it for a few years. They did it. It don't mean that everybody who had children, and then the children get out of the house at 21, they're 22. It don't mean they did a good job. Because you see it based on how the child behaves after that. Always getting locked up, always in trouble, always fighting, sleeping around with this woman and jumping around. You gonna take advice from somebody like that? You gonna take counsel from somebody like that? That don't make sense. You see the father, he in the street, he a bum. He just always chilling in the corners. Yeah, he got 6 children, but he just chilling in the corners. That's who you gonna take advice from? Nope. That's why you gotta know the person, community. We're building a nation. This don't finish with us. That's it.
To be discreet, chaste, keepers at home.
Because you are the one who are dealing with the child first. How you behave will have a great impact on them. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hey, real quick, go. What officer is bringing out is heavy. Go to 2 Maccabees chapter 15 and verse 12, just to land back off what he just mentioned about raising a child, the sisters raising the children, and the responsibility of the men. Read that real quick.
2 Maccabees chapter 15, verse 12. And this was his vision, that Onias, who has been high priest, a virtuous and a good man, reverent in conversation, gentle in condition, well spoken also, and exercised from a child in all points of virtue.
So he was exercised from a child. So these things, exercise means you're continuously working on it. It's a workout. Just like you work out your body, we have to exercise our children. Trust me, hey, my kids be wilding sometimes. And what I have to do, I have to discipline them, sit them down, talk to them. Because just a lot of times we think just spanking them and so on and so forth might be the key. But we also have to explain to them what they did wrong and how to correct that. That helps build that virtue. And I believe Cap mentioned it. Hey, you got to let them know this is not what an Israelite child is supposed to be doing. This is not how you're supposed to be treating your brother or your sisters. You shouldn't be hitting each other. You shouldn't be doing these things. Your conversation needs to be better. So it starts as a child. A lot of us, we didn't get it as children. And today we're trying to correct those mistakes that we made when we were young. But now with our children, we have the ability to instill God's laws in them from a youth up. So we have to make sure that we take advantage of the scriptures. You got it, Cap. Officer.
Yep. Pull up the map. So this, and Officer Reuben, go to Ecclesiastes 3, verse 12 to 13. Read that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 12.
Come on.
I know that there is no good in them, but for a man to rejoice and to do good in his life, and also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor.
Go ahead.
It is the gift of God.
It's life. Remember, God gave us life. He gave us children. All that stuff, you learn from it. When you live life, you enjoy your children. You understand certain ways how we behave towards God. I'm like, damn, God. Now I see what you mean by we don't listen. We stiff neck because this child don't listen. Now I see what you mean if you give them something they're ungrateful. You understand? So I have this map, right? So you see how there's some dots. Those dots represent stuff that parks that I do with the kids, certain things. If I go to a school like we was at Tabernacle over there, I say, you know what can I do over there? Let's see. That's what those dots represent. You see, they're all parks. Snyder Park, different parks, the garden. A lot of that stuff is free. Even if you broke, you don't have money, there's a lot of free stuff you could do. Best believe that. I'm going to show you some free stuff. You won't think it's free. Go next. The library is free. Yeah, I know that, right? Take them to the library. Take the game away. The library is free. Yep. Go back. If you used to go back to the library back then, guess what? Go make your new card. Supposedly, they say your library card never goes away. If phone number is the same, it never goes away. Take them to the library. Get them reading. They're reading the scriptures at home, but also they're studying, learning the ABCs, learning how to words. Every word that they read, that's the saying in the house. Every word that I read, I must know what it means. You understand? Next. So I'm not just saying stuff just to say it. Next. Pay attention. Go.
I'm gonna get you.
You see how there's nobody there because I go during the day when nobody's there. I was jumping with them, but I couldn't jump no more. So I had to lay down. I'm like, damn, my knees, I got hurt. Jumping that trampoline, I feel like the back of my ankle almost touched the back of my head. My back was hurting. I was like, hold on, I gotta chill real quick. Well, that's it. Next. That's the socks you gotta have. Go right to the park. There's a course. Teach them how to ride a bike.
Stay on the path.
Asher want to do his own thing. Always want to go far away. Little daughter learning how to ride. That's building confidence. I gotta take them training wheels off. She gonna fall. That's building.
Stay on the path.
Next. Take a trip. Since they're homeschooled, field trip time. Go learn about nature. You know what the nature shows that we be watching. Yeah. Free. This is free. Costs nothing. A natural reserve place. Free. Next. Learning about what God created. The cycle of life.
It becomes a caterpillar, and it becomes a chrysalis, and then a butterfly. So that it's a cycle.
We read it in Genesis. Now let's go see it.
You see that? You can go from egg, caterpillar to this.
Free, costs nothing. Don't say you don't got no money. Next. Same thing here. Costs nothing. Marine Science Museum, biology, whatever that place was. Costs nothing. You teach them about the stuff that God created. I let them know God created that. The God that created you, the God that said you're an Israelite, he made that for you. Yeah. It's not always video games and TV and brain rot. Next. Free. It's a water park to them. Free. Nope. Having a blast. But guess what? They got to earn that stuff. They don't just go there for fun. Next. Building confident. Get out there, Asher. I won't do it. Yeah. Because my body says, no, you're about to die. But he's up there. Leah's trying to make it, but fear kicked in. She said, I'm going back down. Yeah. Next. Free. Don't cost nothing. You just got to find the parks. Nobody there, as you can see, because I go during the day when no other children is there. Next. I got on that thing. I thought I was about to die to get off.
Go.
I didn't even go through. I said, you know what? I'm not ready. My body said no. I just got off. I didn't even slide. You understand? Next. There's a nice beach. Beautiful beach. Free. Cost nothing. Yep. Next. Library books. Next. Learning how to be responsible. Free. Cost nothing. You better grow that plant every day. Go water your plant or it's going to die. And it grew. I think it had some peas on there. I forgot what it was, but they ate it. Took the little, I think they had a basil plant too. Took the leaf. My wife cooked with it. Made spaghetti and meatball. They could taste what they were growing. They ate what they were growing. Free. Yep. Learning. This museum we had to pay for, but that's in Orlando. Yeah, we had to pay for that one. Yeah. That was in Orlando. We had to go pay, but learning in the museum, learning how mechanics works. You understand? Next. This stuff that they make, they build it. They come and show me. I don't just say, okay, good, here it is, it's fun. No. They build it out why it's nice. They're showing me for a reason. They're not showing me for no reason. Why do you think the kids show you stuff that they make? They want your attention. They're proud of it. That little shoe that's up there took me a long time to throw it away. I'm like, nah, I don't want this shoe in my house. So everything he will make, he always add this shoe. I'm like, damn, it's going to be hard for me to throw it away. One day he didn't make it. I saw it around. Trash. Shoe is gone. I know no Captain America in my house. Next. I'm the captain in my house. I know Captain is the captain here.
That's right.
I'm the captain now.
They make this stuff. I don't know what it is. It's a boat. It's a plane. I don't know. They made it. They want to show it to me. Take pictures. Good stuff. Next. Same thing. Next. Keep going. They keep making stuff. Next. Going to the museum. Learning how stuff works. Teaching them. Next. Learning how airflow works. Next. Electricity. You crank it up and it'll energize and stuff like that. Nice museum. You know what was sad when I went there? In the museum, they had a field trip. And guess what most of the kids there was? Other nations. Yeah, that's the sad part. But you go to a concert, you go to a basketball court, you understand? What do we see? Our people. Is that all we are? We're just football players and sport players and rappers and dancers? Is that what we are? No.
That's why Dave and Buster's make all that money. Instead of using tools like this, museums, which is free, Dave and Buster's, they don't got nothing creative like that. You got what? Extreme is another one. Extreme something. That's another one. They make millions of dollars, right? Because if we use this right there, they would go broke. Because most of us, we the ones who's going over there to those parks, spending all that big money instead of using this right here. For free. Not $14, not $40, for free.
That's right. It's free, so you have no excuse. You just got to make the time. That's it? Is that everything? Go ahead. Oh, yeah. So I like what this guy, Kwame, said. Listen to it. That's heavy, man. That thing made me think twice about my life. Play.
This is a long struggle. If all this generation, my generation, can do is to move from here to here, let's do that perfectly. Let's lay a perfect foundation so that the children who come after us will be able to carry on the struggle that much further. We're not going to win this struggle today. We're not going to win it tomorrow. This is a struggle. This is a long struggle. We're fighting a struggle that has been taking place for 500 years and even way beyond that. We're just a small part of that struggle, a very small part. And we cannot see ourselves as the most important part. Our generation is no more important than my father's generation, which is no more important than my grandfather's generation. And all these generations have struggled and waged fierce struggles. I mean, anytime people get real smart and say, we're not going anywhere, I say, hey, man, think about your grandfather. He was a slave. White boy was whooping him every day. Now look where you are. See how we're moving. Don't get upset. Let's just take our time, take our patience, understand that we have to find what our mission is, what the mission of this generation is, and do that, and do it perfect, properly, correctly, thoroughly, and completely. And then the other's going to take care of the rest.
That's it. You understand that, right? You got to sacrifice. You got to strive. You got to take time. You got to go through it. It's going to be painful. But guess what? In the future, it'll be easy for them. It'll be a lot easier for them. Just because you had it hard, just because you struggle, it don't mean they should too. You understand what I'm saying, right? So we got to get our mind right.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried? From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.